In the end, it took less than 30 years for the world as we know it to fall. 95% of the population died. There were a litany of causes, not that it mattered in the end. Our infrastructure failed, and with no electricity, our communications, lights, and internet failed too. There weren't even enough survivors left to tend the fields and care for the remaining livestock. As if any of us had any of the necessary skills. Those few of us who remained barricaded ourselves into makeshift fortresses, although we had no idea what we thought we were hiding from. To paraphrase that ass T.S. Eliot, not with a bang, but with a whimper, the world ended. Almost. In the late 2050s, the builders ended the crisis by combining biology, precision mechanics, and thermohydraulics to make constructs from the dead, human and otherwise. These automatons took up all the necessary repetitive tasks that keep us alive. The constructs follow algorithms and programmable, mindless cycles. The dead of all species have taken the place of slaves, and like those slaves, they have become the basis on which our recovery and our economy grow. They are everywhere. As humans, we have lost almost everything. But we do have what humanity has always had. We have hope.
Oh, hello, 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 hello. That's one for everybody. Hello, one more. This is Dirty 20 Gaming. My name is Kevin, and these wonderful people have agreed to join me tonight to play a game that they continue to tell me they love. So, let's meet these sick individuals. I'm not judging. Sick in a very nice and friendly way, and I appreciate you being sick with me here every week.
It sure
But
sounds like you're judging.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
but
feeling judged.
yeah, me too. And I said it, so we'll just pretend I didn't. Amazing
Janitarian
people.
executioner.
Let's go back to amazing people. I'll edit this out, and this time after 2.5 years, I will, because
Oh, balls.
no. Okay. You spoke. You get to go first. You said balls.
No,
no.
I
No, they
I
need
have
to
to
fix
do a
something quick.
thing.
Okay.
I need to fix something.
Yeah. Okay. Damn. All right.
Okay, it's
Well, in that
fixed.
case, okay. Then in that case, go. Tell us who you are.
I'm Chris, aka Wayward Knight, and I am an artist and other things on the internet. I have to click things so I can get my links. There are my links. Support your local and small artist friends. Buy my art. It's really fun.
Yeah.
Also, so you can find me here Saturday nights playing Soul Water in our necrobatic game Dead to Rights, and you can find me here Monday nights directing our Buffy the Vampire Slayer TTRPG Grave New World. I think that's everything.
All right.
Also, the Discord. Join our Discord. I live there.
There you go. There it is. I was waiting on somebody to say it. So bang, I got you. I beat you. First time ever I have beaten Thunderscape in a Discord. With the Discord notes. So that means it's your turn. Thunderscape's heaven.
Okay.
Go.
Hi, I'm Robin, or Thunderscape7 everywhere. I'm usually just hanging out at the Discord or lurking in chat, but you can find me here on Saturdays, as evidenced by me being here. I sometimes do art, but right now it's not so much, but we're working on that. But yeah, other than that, I just hang out.
And do amazing art and help with overlays and helping to produce shows and all kinds of cool stuff, and are absolutely essential to the success of the channel. Thank you, Robin, for your honesty tonight. I appreciate all of that. Thank you. Moving on. I changed that in editing too, so it sounds like your voice. Phil, I won't, but people will think I did. Yeah, that one I will, right? Phil, tell us about yourself. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm the opposite of Robin. I do not contribute to the channel in any way. No. Okay, I made it sound bad. But yeah, I'm Phil. I'm playing here for the next 2 more weeks. Unfortunately, I'm going to be leaving us. Real life is getting in the way. I'm a university student. Don't look me up. But yeah. unfortunate, but life is life.
Yep.
And maybe you'll see me on the channel some other time. Yeah, 2
I'm
more weeks.
sure. Yeah, I'll see you. We'll see you. We'll find you. We'll hunt you down.
I'll see you for
I know
sure.
roughly where you live.
Or
Anyway.
I'll be with 3 other of these guys.
Yeah.
So
You got 3 people
I'll be
to
in
try.
spirit. I'll
Yeah.
be in spirit.
Yeah. Which brings us all the way around to the circle, which is funny because Bison's circle. Bison underscore Stonefist. Tell us about your activities.
I do stuff. A lot of stuff. You
And
can find me. Yeah, you can find me on the Discord posting memes and talking about my current hyper focus of the week. On Mondays, I am Jack, not a cop, Aldridge on the Buffy game, Brave New World. It's a lot of fun. On Tuesdays, I run our cyberpunk game, Cartage Heights. We're finally getting back into that, I swear. I
Nice.
even wrote the episode ahead of time, so
Oh man.
let's see how much of it we'll actually use.
Oh yeah.
And there is an upcoming game that I will be a part of that I'm not going to talk about because it hasn't been announced yet.
Yes.
Yeah, so you signed
Oh.
an NDR.
Yes.
Or
No,
NDA.
the
NDA.
fun-
NDA.
NDA.
India.
What's an NDR?
The funny part
I
is,
think you're thinking of a
Non-disclosure rifle.
DNR.
yeah.
It's a non-disclosure rifle. It's what happens when you violate the NDA.
Oh, and other than that, at the moment, this channel is, as we have mentioned, Mondays and Tuesday nights we're streaming, Fridays and Saturday nights we're streaming, and more to come, about which we cannot speak because it's just fun. We've never had to have anybody sign an NDA here because it's just too much fun being able to say I can't talk about that. But here's something we can talk about tonight. Let's just go.
Roll 20 necrobiotic, Hero Forge.
Oh my goodness! Thank you.
Thunderscape 7 did the overlay.
Yeah, all those things. I feel like I've been bat-kyled.
He's not even here.
He's not even here.
Doesn't like being perceived.
Kev, you're supposed to be on line 57 of the script.
Yeah.
It's all scripted, guys.
Yeah, it is. Oh, to the word. Practice for
The
hours.
teleprompter is a little bit
It's a
janky
little
right
slow.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we bought the cheap teleprompter and it's coming back to haunt us.
Coes.
And this man.
You ran into your family and friend to have one of them elbow you firmly in the sternum, and that's probably a good
He
thing.
snuck up behind me.
He did. That is true.
It is.
Uh,
true.
and the person who is not a direct family member hit you south of there a certain distance.
On accident.
It was as
Sort of.
yeah.
It
sort
was
of,
on
yeah.
purpose, but then the location was on accident.
Sure, it was. That's you just keep telling yourself that. Producer needs work. Thanks.
Unfortunately for me, they don't care about accidents or not.
No, and as you begin, and I mean just barely begin to start to straighten up, there's this minion standing in front. I don't mean a yellow. I mean like works for the Fairmeister. And they explain. I'm not going to do the whole conversation because I don't remember exactly what I said last week. But these two are not allowed to come. It's only you. You've been referred to as the king, but the Fairmeister wants to talk to you, and hauls you off.
Okay.
You even with just you're still doing that V through the crowd thing. Somehow everybody knows that you're the king, or a king at least. And they take you to the Fairmeister's. It looks kind of like a castle from the outside, not the other castle, Bison, not the same one. But it looks, a lot of the big buildings, the company buildings here look like castles. But he
It's
takes
like a
you
facade?
inside. Yeah, exactly. You go inside and it's just a big 2-bedroom house. And the Fairmeister is sitting in a big padded leather chair without all his gear on. He's kind of hard to recognize even because the last time you saw him, he had all the regalia on. And he's, oh, do please have a seat. I don't think we're standing on ceremony, Your Highness.
Of
And
course,
there's a
Fairmeister.
pause. Yeah. And you
Your
plunk
Highness
down.
is fine.
He says, yeah, I asked you here because I need some help. But first of all, I'm perfectly good with the Your Highness thing. But I run a fair. And I can smell a cop all the way to the tip of the boot of
Wow.
Italy.
Well, what gave it away?
The eyes mostly, shifty eyes. But yeah, the whole thing, everything about you. But what I really need is some help, and I think I can engage you. I'll be completely honest. I'm going to try to engage your self-interest. I've got a problem. This little fair has attracted some bad people. They don't like to play the games, even the crooked games. They don't even like to steal like some of the other minor league bad people that I let it happen. These are the ones that kidnap people like you, Your Highness. And you can tell like the Y and the H are gone from Your Highness. Like it's just words now, right? But he says they're kidnapping people like you and holding them for ransom.
Kidnappers.
Yes.
Do you have a security detail? Do you have anything that protects this fair?
Imagine how effective a security detail dressed like clowns is.
I mean, it could be pretty effective. They're undercover.
And he reaches for a glass of very dark liquor and swirls it, and it kind of goes like it's thick. And he has a drink, and he almost has to bite it off. And he puts it back down. Could be, but isn't. Excuse me for a second. Wow. Oh. Okay. Can you help? I can pay you in actual gold and copper, not fucking snakes.
Copper could actually work. Yeah, copper could work. I have a friend who's in need of, if you have any other kind of rare metals or electronic parts of any kind, that would also be good payment.
The electronic parts, not so much, but you know, a funny thing happens when an economy is based on stuffies. And he just reaches over beside him, and there's this chest, and he flips it open, and it's just full of silver coins. Like real silver. They won't even steal it. Closes the lid.
I mean, I'm gonna ask you something. You're really like the first settlement we came across since leaving Florence.
Thank you for using that word. That's not the word I would have used, but yeah.
Are you in contact with any other places of, well, other people?
That's a little complicated, yes and no. Yes, they come here from all over the place, therefore there must be people all over the place. But once they get here,
They stay here.
until they walk out penniless and lost.
Do you happen to have any recollection of places they might have come from? Maybe someone from Venice? Something of the sort.
Wow, I wish we had that kind of draw. I think our current record is Bologna, and we definitely had people from Forlì. Those are on the map.
Okay, so those...
Conveniently at the end of the two roads that leave this area. Which would
okay,
make
so
sense, right? It's the easiest way to travel, even if
Yeah.
the roads are overgrown, right?
So those two places do have people coming from them.
Yeah,
to
there
know.
was people coming from Florence, but that stopped when the earthquake happened. I presumed it's not good.
It's nothing much left.
Oh, were you passing through there?
Can I gauge why he's interested in Florence?
Sure. Give me Here's my cheat sheet quickly. Oh, that's empathy
Yeah.
for sure. Hearts. Yeah.
Oh, I have 1 heart actually.
All right.
Yeah.
1 success. Okay.
Which one's my discard pile? One of these is my discard pile. Not that one.
He's super hard to read because I mean, this is what he does. He's a fake, right?
Yeah.
But what specifically was it you were trying to figure out?
Gauge his interest towards Florence. If
Ah.
he's highly interested in Florence, then
Yeah.
I'm gonna make an assumption not to reveal that I'm from there.
Yeah, and you did succeed. Yeah, when he says Florence, there's a little bit of if it was a thing, he'd be holding it at arm's length. Like, are you from?
Yeah.
You there is an element of how there's you got it. The question is leading. How do you know about Florence? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Passing through Grizzly site. I don't think anyone much survived from there. At least not that I saw.
From what I heard, that might be a good thing.
How so?
We heard some terrible stories from people coming out of there before the volcano. Body parts being used, reanimation.
Reanimation. What do you mean by that?
Using the dead to do stuff? Like,
Like
I mean-
magic?
no, the lazy thinkers call it zombies, but there's more to it apparently. Creepy
Alright.
as fuck. That's all I know. And he actually has another chew of his drink. Mm.
Oh, yeah, then maybe you're right. Maybe it's a good thing it's all done and buried. Anyways, I digress. Your issue, the kidnappers.
Yes.
I'm gonna level with you. What use is silver if you don't take it, and presumably I have no clue if no one else takes it.
I presume the rest of the world does. Please don't tell me the whole of Italy runs on fucking snakes.
like I said, you're the first real settlement I've come across, and place I went to. I was back at. Did they use silver in Florence?
It's kind of third or fourth because
No,
it's
silver's the good shit. They use silver as part of the reanimation process.
oh, okay. So
Yeah,
in
it was-
Florence,
wasn't it like in Florence?
that's
Copper and gold were currency, and silver was if you don't turn silver over to the government,
It's
then
basically a crime.
It's basically a crime
all of that was true in Florence.
in Florence.
But we don't know
Yeah.
about anything else. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the assumption
He
here.
also, when you say that, he also says to you, "I've got 10 times that in brass wire if you want it."
that could help. That would work. Yes. That would be
And I
beneficial.
don't know about electronics, but I got there's a box of magnety things in the back that all sort of stick together. Look like some of them people cut the wire off.
Yeah. Yeah, those will work. Okay. Do you have any? I'll help you with this. Any? Well, what progress have you made on this so far?
None. That's why I need you.
Okay.
I am a Meister by name only. There are several families in this town that I do not get to above my pay grade.
Okay then. Prime location, prime suspects, prime victims. Anything?
The rich, the famous, the loud, and the alone. So what I was thinking, and he hands you a glass of the thick liquid and takes another bite of his own.
Take a look at it. Doesn't
It
doesn't look
it smells
pleasant
like
at all, does
no.
it?
It smells and looks like somebody took a keg of whiskey and went and made like gravy out of it.
Scrape the inside of the cask.
Oh no, this is like it's like boiled down, right? So there's except the other way. It's multiply distilled until it's very high proof. It's
I'm gonna
thick.
swirl it.
Yeah.
No, thank you. I'd like to be alive for a couple more years.
Before you put that down, my plan is you be bait. And he looks at you over the glass as he takes yet another bite. And his hands sort of just hanging there at space pointing at you in the silence of the room.
And I take it you wouldn't make for a good bait because you're too well known.
The amount I make in a year could be put in a small bag.
True. I am a newcomer. Don't have any connections. I am
You rolled
supposedly
into
high status.
You rolled into town with the rough guesstimate 4,830 snakes worth of stuffies before you got here. They know you.
They know me. That would be good for bait. I'm gonna have to contact the rest of my team, and I think I will help you out with this.
Yeah, I cannot imagine that the three of your entourage, and again, very carefully leaving off the capital E of entourage. They're gonna pinch you. They're gonna pinch you the second you go down a back alley. They're getting stupidly bold.
All right. Well, and he's gonna get out of the chair. I'll work with you on this.
Wonderful.
Reach out a hand.
And he goes to stand up and realizes he can't, and just leads forward until you step over to the handshake.
Lean over.
Big handshake. He sits back in the chair, and his hands just barely grab the arms of the great big leather chair.
If you don't hear from me, I either skip town or I've got kidnapped myself. So you'll have to find someone else.
All
If you don't
right.
hear from
Okay. Unless you want to see a Fairmeister throw up, you should probably leave.
It's pretty low on my bucket list, so I'll leave.
Okay. And you see him start looking around. As you stand up to leave, he's looking, because he can't stand. He's in trouble. And
take out a parchment paper. See a Fairmeister puke. All right. Bucket list created. There you go.
That's the way to do a bucket list.
Things you do not want to see.
Yeah.
Yes. The way that just happened, you do this, you have 100% bucket list because you write it down after you've done it.
Yeah, exactly.
I did them all. The whole thing. Yes, a bunker list. Yeah. But yes, you step outside of that haze, out into the madness. I keep coming back to this, but that's because it never stops. It's just and people running around and screaming and yelling and chasing each other, and some people are actually having a good time. Most of the people look like they're trying to have a good time, and some of the people look like they've got a fake face on. I'm having a good time. Yes, dear. Yes, dear. Their whole range is there, but you're only about 2 blocks from the hotel.
As I try to navigate this cacophony of madness, I'm gonna take the ways I know. Well, I don't know the streets of this, but I'm gonna take the light path. I'm gonna make sure not to go in any dark alleys.
Oh, yeah,
I know I'm a target.
Yeah, it's main drag.
Yeah.
I gave you this one for sure. And yeah, absolutely. This is the main center road of the fair. You'd have to be nuts to take somebody by force here.
Yeah.
And you make it. So you get back in, you walk inside the hotel, and I don't know if I think I made this up last week. So you see it. You've been here before, but you see it now for the first time. The the elevator and the stairs. And the elevator is run by one of those people hamster wheels. The big giant wheel with people inside it.
I'll take the stairs. Yeah.
As you get to the bottom of the stairs, the person at the desk does what a good desk person does, which is gives you the, I recognize that you're here, but I don't recognize you. Off you go. Look, which means that you have no messages. without having to say that you have no messages. However, there's wet trail up the stairs, which seems weird in a really nice hotel like this. But there's big wet footprints and drips of water and bits of like
Probably some blood.
algae, some
Blood for
blood.
sure.
Yep.
From
Mm.
Stefano.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
look over to the front desk. You know what happened here?
Oh yeah, yes, we've called the cleaners.
Right.
Oh, one shouldn't say, but I believe it was one of yours.
Right. Yeah. Keep that on the down low.
Can I ask a question? I'm sorry, I've been far too bold, Your Highness. But if I may,
Right. Yeah. I'm a king. Yes.
why do all of you take the stairs, Your Highness?
From where we're from, we are not well accustomed to mechanical devices such as those. So
Oh,
we like to keep to what's known to
Buffet.
us.
We
and
can't
where-
car.
and where are you
It's-
from, sir?
It's tradition.
Where are you from, sir?
Now you are being bold.
Okay, that's an out. That's a nice out. Oh, pardon me, sir. Pardon me. It just seemed like if you pardon me, sir, a strange and far away place.
Are you questioning the lands that I come from?
Up until yesterday afternoon, I was the third largest stall runner out there, so there might be a bit of bold left over.
And I'll just walk away.
Yeah.
I'll walk up the stairs. Had
Yeah.
a conversation earlier.
Oh, you didn't
At this
ask the.
point, have we gotten Sid and Stefano and
You
Verite
did. We're
into the
just
room?
about to get. I'm gonna get Coes to the door of the room,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna
I
go
wasn't
in.
sure if we were gonna
Yeah.
meet him on the stairs.
Not yet.
That
No.
is the Mass Effect equivalent of just pressing B on the conversation.
Yeah.
We already
You
did
have the
the
three
meet.
options are like, nope.
We already did the meet on the stairs thing. We don't want the autosaves to confuse. So yeah. So with that, Coes, you follow the wet trail all the way up to the penthouse, and as you get towards the top, you can see that whoever this was is going slower and slower. By the end of it, they were crawling up the stairs, still dripping. Oh no, pardon me, about halfway up the stairs. That's what it looked like. Like they've almost crawled to a stop, and then suddenly the trail gets sort of scanty. And you see the occasional other footprint, and I'm not going to make you figure it out, but somebody helped them up the stairs.
All right, Delilah caught Stefano,
Yeah, you
and
got
Artemis caught Sid.
Yep, and
Or
you
it was the
helped
other way
them up.
around.
Yep, but either way,
No,
yeah.
I think she caught Sid. Artemis caught Sid, I think. I could be wrong.
Whatever.
I don't know.
Either way,
Yeah.
We're all
before
going
yeah,
the same place.
and then so you see at some point somebody grabbed the two people that were climbing up the stairs and took them up too. So you could do math. That's everybody, but that's all but one of your party is, according to the evidence on the floor in front of you,
Yeah.
upstairs. As you walk up and put your hand on that doorknob, what's the thought? You're not going to turn the doorknob right now. We're going to go fix these guys. But what's the thought as you, after all of this?
Funny.
The honest thought is, I hope they're all right.
Oh, isn't that
Aw.
sweet? Because they're not.
I mean, you're right.
Delilah and
Wrong.
Artemis, you're the only two that are kind of technically still functional. Although, if I looked at
Physically,
your,
at least.
if I saw your
Doesn't
character
matter.
sheets, I would probably argue.
I
But
stopped sending my character sheet. To
yeah,
Simon, so
it just
Yeah.
you're giving your characters are giving me trauma. So yeah. But the two of you carry these all but unconscious forms in. Sid looks like he's been through one of those Ringer washing machines. Like he's
Oh.
wet and he just looks flat. Like everything's broken.
His entire body is a bruise.
Yeah, he's shattered. And Stefano, all the damage is kind of here. But it's something.
Does it look like he got beat up by a Verite?
It looks like he got punched in the face by an ogre. Like this whole part of his face is just one big black bruise. The yellow and the purple are
Ooh.
already starting to come in. The whole thing's starting to swell.
Ooh.
I can't remember.
Ooh,
Did
using
Verite
the
come
whole
back
Krylon bruise
with
wheel.
them, or
Nope.
did Verite also?
Verite is gone.
Okay.
Because yeah, he Superman ran down the thing and hit him once, and then that kind of did some damage, but it was that full rotation, like throwing the shot put punch right to the unsuspecting beak that did all the damage.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then Sid re-broke the nose after
Yeah,
to
Yeah.
fix it.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
his shirt's probably just covered.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a mess. But he's for the purposes of this, Stefano is essentially passed out. He's just laying there every once in a while, as he kind of coughs the blood out of his nose. But yeah, he's
Yeah. First point of order.
yeah.
Delilah takes Stefano to is it, how big is the bed? Like big, or
This is the penthouse. There are rooms
California
with
king.
oh, there are
beds.
rooms with beds? Okay.
Oh yeah.
We did talk about putting
Um,
him in the tail sleeping bag.
We did, that's right. Okay.
Yep.
So I'm gonna retcon.
It's gonna
and
make
say
it all
that
bloody.
that
Well, wipe him down
we can
first.
wash it. Yeah, wipe him down first. I'm gonna retcon and say that I still have the tail sleeping bag with me.
Yep.
And because that's not an important detail.
Yep.
From back then. And Delilah is going to one room for Stefano, one room for Sid. Basically, is it okay, Artemis, if Delilah hands the sleeping bag to Artemis and is like, can you clean him up and put him in this?
Yes.
Not like you don't have to, just like wipe his
No,
face,
I
it's fine.
can. I'll figure out.
Look, Sid, I'm pretty sure might have a rib very close to his heart, like a broken.
No, you
one.
go for it. Go for it.
So,
I'll
Right next to
handle-
I'm
right
gonna
next to
go-
the 3 that are
him.
stuck in his lung.
Yeah, I'm gonna go triage Sid.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
I think
I will
Delilah's
handle
more
Stefano.
saying this very. I think Delilah's less asking and more just like telling at this point because
Yeah,
she's very.
she's also
like,
still very angry at Stefano.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes, she is very angry at Stefano. She's just like I think
I've got it.
she's just like just clean him up and then put him in this, and then she goes straight over to Sid.
Perfect. Artemis, left with that, you turn to Stefano. It would take a hose and a team to get him clean enough to not completely soil all the hard work you guys just did. He's still bleeding from places, and there's places that are about to pop. It's
She is going to grab one of the sheets from the bed,
yeah, it's
wrap
the
him in
penthouse.
that, and then shove him in
Oh.
the sleeping bag carefully.
Yeah,
And like maybe try to like clear
Just
his
clear the
face up
face,
just so that
and
he's
then-
not like
oh.
breathing
okay, yeah.
blood and stuff, you know.
And then you start stuffing him in it.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's gonna be cozy.
I am not
He
claustrophobic,
is
but I am right
mummified.
now. Oh yeah, just tight wrapped in the cloth, and in my head, there's
Swaddled.
one layer over his face, so he's and then stuffed into that
yeah.
thing, and just yeah, and
Stefano.
and 99 Stefano, and 99% unconscious and completely unable to resist in the
Yeah, and
process.
she'll kind of have him like she'll kind of prop him so he's kind of sitting up so that he's not like, you know.
Like some fucked up failed butterfly. I almost got out.
She doesn't want him to die.
No, I got you. Yep. But you leave him hanging there. Okay,
Yeah, and then
perfect.
she looks at the card that says something about the going to see the artist and thinks about going
Yep.
while Delilah
Oh,
is
yes.
distracted.
It's
Yeah.
like when you wrap up a baby pretty tight so they don't hurt themselves.
Yep.
Swaddled.
Yeah. Swaddled
Yeah,
him. Yeah.
swaddled.
Wrap the hands in little gloves so they don't like scratch themselves.
When I
Yeah.
finally molt, I won't be bleeding internally. Thank you, chat. In the head. It's in the head
Not
too.
entirely incorrect.
I'm picturing, and this can happen differently. But this is what I'm picturing: is that like Artemis is planning on leaving, going to the door, and as she opens the door, that's where Koas is.
Well, yeah,
That's
just
what
as
I'm
you come back
picturing.
into the main
Yeah.
room, that you hear the click on the other side of the door. Meanwhile, down the hall, we're
Yeah.
about to tie this all the fucking together. Watch this. Delilah. Sid's just like follow mode. He's zombie NPC. The day that the person doesn't show up to play but says play my character, they just go around. They're that easy to lead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you take them down the hall to the room that you have assigned to them. I mean, this is a penthouse. It's glorious. It's all gold and red and guilty and velvety and all that stuff.
But like just a veneer because it's been chipping off.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. 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 The blood will hardly show.
It's all like late 70s brown underneath.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
that weird like pink color
Oh yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
the gross orange.
and the green.
It's
And
all
the green,
oh.
yeah.
It's the 70s, Sid. That's how bad the damage is in your head. It's like the 70s all over again. But
I
Delilah,
wasn't even born yet.
you bring him in, and Sid, you come in, and I mean, you know the pain vision, right? It's this big, right? And it's like stuff, bed, stuff, bathroom.
Mm.
What is all you can basically do is lean at this point.
Yeah. I think Delilah every once in a while gets like half of a syllable of an apology out of Sid.
Uh-huh.
Like after by the time they get to the bedroom, she's kind of parsed that he's apologizing for being such a bother.
Delilah
I
is
don't
going
mean to
to
be a pain in the ass, but could you pick up my leg?
Delilah is gonna support Sid as like Sid's weight as much as she possibly can.
Yep.
And she's going to sit him on the end of the bed and say, "I'm so sorry, but you need to sit up for a little longer and then you can lay down, okay?" And she's going to I think she grabbed her med bag along the way and was kind of dragging it plus Sid. And I imagine Sid starts to like lean one way or another every couple of seconds. And she's like got a hand on his shoulder trying to like hold him steady while she's like rifling through her bag with the other hand, almost stabbing herself with her scalpel a couple times.
At one point, Sid tilts and he realizes he tilted the wrong way, and you're like, "Rock!" And he goes the other way, and Wallux.
Yeah, there's no good way. Yep.
Oh God, she's like, I'm sorry. It's gonna be okay, okay? And she's just like trying to comfort him, and basically what she does is, well, she assesses the damage. So she has to she says, okay, it's gonna hurt. It's to make you better, okay? So she has to feel around to feel like what ribs are dislocated and what's broken and everything. So she does like a whole full body check basically of what's the damage.
Number one thing is a pure flat out exhaustion.
Mm-hmm.
He's bruised and battered, but there's nothing terminal.
Yeah. So I think she's going to relocate the ribs that I imagine got re-dislocated.
Oh, yeah.
And
they
so
match.
Yep. Yeah.
Now.
So she braces herself and she braces him on herself and then just goes and puts the ribs back in and basically, bandages up cuts and puts salves on bruises and things like that. Perfect. And then she helps him lie down on the bed after, getting a cloth and wiping down all of the gross from stuff and
there's a lily pad.
Yeah.
Some pond scum.
Yeah, and she'll take off his shoes to and his shoes and socks to not get trench foot and shit like that. And she'll just help him lay down in the bed and she'll just say, "I'll be back, okay?"
Some lads.
Stop apologizing. It's not your fault.
They came for me.
What, you were kidnapped? Or did you just? Or was it
No,
just-
no,
We did get
nope.
the ransom note.
Keep
We
going.
Did get
I
the ransom
didn't.
note about
I
the
didn't say a
footman.
word. Yep.
Uh,
You may remember. Yeah, the ransom note you guys
Yeah,
got
he's
earlier.
We didn't know
Like
who the
ransom
footman
note.
was, but
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I went to talk to some old friends, and at the pub, it's all a little blurry. But I woke up in a chair, in a castle, and they took my fucking hammer.
Oh God! Oh no, Sid.
When these ribs heal, I'm going to show them what a footman does.
Okay.
And he says that with such a sneer.
Yeah.
Well, you can't do it in this state, so just get some rest, okay?
Bloody
put up your
watch
foot,
me.
man.
Yeah, it's like bloody watch me, and he tries to sit up. Oh, no,
Yeah.
that's not happening.
And when you go to lay down, Sid, you finally give up and you lay back, and your
It
head
takes
does.
him approximately 3 seconds to fall asleep.
Oh no! You fall through the pillow. It's just poof, because you ended the last session by drawing dun 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 dun, dun a king. So
Yeah.
you fall through the pillow. The pain, the hope, everything is gone. It's just falling. It's that dream. It's the monkey dream. I'm falling out of the tree. Ah!
Well, it's not just that. He did just fall.
He did.
So he's.
And you
falling
almost fell off the
side
end of the
castle.
bridge, and you fell off the side of the castle, and you fell off a lot of places. So, Sid, what do the ghosts do?
When he's falling from the castle, it's a it's like he's reliving the scene.
Mm-hmm.
He's there, he's holding onto the bars, and when the woman steps out of the shower this time, what he sees is a wailing ghost just crying, as this woman is putting on her makeup. It's like she's not using lipstick or mascara. It's a knife. It's, a trowel, just horrors. And then she turns to look at him, and in like this sweet voice, she's like, "Honey, you're home." And then he falls.
Perfect.
And then they're at the bridge. He's holding on as hard as he can. He can feel his body just straining. And he looks and he sees Tomas, and Tomas has a steel girder impaled in his chest. And he's like, "You left us." And Sid, "Let's go." And then they're in Florence. And he's at the Citadel, what's left of the Citadel, trying to help people, trying to save people from the rubble. And all he can hear is the cries of the people he used to work with, the people he used to walk next to. Just help us, save us, Sid, help us. And it's just that over and over and over again.
Okay. Take
And
one.
each time the scene changes, he falls somehow.
Yeah, absolutely. Take one or more trauma as you think that deserves from that king, because that was amazing. So we're going to have you sleep through this next brief conversation, and then we'll have you come in at an appropriate time. Delilah, you step away from Sid, and he's gone. As far as you can tell, he's asleep. And you turn around.
I just like hold my hand in front of his mouth to make sure he's breathing.
Yep,
He's
absolutely.
like,
Yep, he is. You open one door, and Artemis, this door and this door kind of open at the same time. And Delilah comes out of this one with no Sid, and your brother comes out of this one out of the hallway. Go.
Delilah looks okay. Immediate thought. Delilah looks at Artemis, then at Coas, and then Artemis, and at Coas. She goes, talk to each other, and then goes back into the room with Sid.
Fair.
No. Hey.
Hi, Your Highness.
Someone saw through the act. Right.
And she'll reach like over at the table. I'm assuming Sid is your footman. We got a ransom note. Fortunately, Sid got out on his own, I think.
Shit. Well, I was just tasked with investigating some kidnappings. Is Sid? Where's Sid? Is he?
He's Delilah's got him, and Stefano's in there,
Okay,
and I don't know where
that's-
Verite is.
That's good. Are they all right? I saw the blood in the water and the dirt.
Oh, Stefano looks worse for wear, but probably deserved it at this point.
Wait, why?
He was going a bit crazy. He was electrocuting some other stall worker or something. It didn't look pretty.
Delilah poked her head back
Stefano.
out.
Stefano told me that this place was kind of like a home to him.
That's disconcerting.
Yeah.
This place is hell.
This place is not good.
So you're Your Highness?
It was an act that we made up to not get immediately kind of how do we say
Killed?
killed. Yeah.
Shanked?
Shanked.
Mugged.
I know, these people are rabid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The faster we get out of here, the faster we get out of here.
No kidding.
Though
But
burning
yeah.
the city to the
So-
ground does sound nice.
It really does. It really does.
Just give him like 5 more minutes, and one of the fireworks is going to do that. Hopefully. But no, the
So, Sid was the footman? Because Sid was kidnapped. That's what
yeah.
I just learned.
yeah, in the whole scenario, Sid was a footman. That's right. Yeah.
He looked shit kicked.
Fucked.
I mean, I presume he escaped or something. What did he have to do to escape that left him in that state?
That's good news. That he's alive and well, and that he managed to escape. I mean, let's be real.
I mean,
Sid
thank,
would always
thank
escape.
God. I mean,
but-
if any of us got kidnapped, I think Sid would be the one
Yeah.
to escape.
Yeah.
But that also means Sid knows that where they are located, and
That's true.
whenever he's able to, it'd be nice to get both some revenge, and two, to fulfill a contract. I managed to speak with the Fairmeister, and yeah, if I help them with this kidnapping problem that they have, they're going to give us a lot of copper wire, a lot of magnets. Where's Verite?
He didn't come back with them.
It
Said
hasn't
he
been.
was.
It hasn't been quite 5 minutes, but almost like it's. You finished that sentence. Where's Verite? And in the distance, out the window, you hear a particularly intense burst of fireworks and some screaming.
Oh shit! And I'm gonna pick up my hand crossbow and run my way to.
I mean, there's
I'll
a,
run to the window.
yeah, I was gonna say
and
there's
see what's going
there's
on.
windows
Yeah.
right there. Oops.
How loud was it? Like loud?
It's stupendously loud. The thing is, it's a whole bunch of fireworks going off at once, which is what you realize, Coas, when you get to the window and pull the curtains. There's like an eruption of fireworks going off in one location over by a far wall.
When it goes off, I think Artemis just like flinches.
As he kind of pulls out the window and the fireworks go, he kind of gets blinded for a second. Like,
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That seems like a Verite move. Wait, was he kidnapped too? Or what happened to him?
No, he just stormed off after he punched Stefano.
He punched Stefano. What the fuck? Okay.
Yeah, that part
Um,
was funny.
We
Oh,
weren't
yeah.
there for that, I don't think.
Oh, we're
No.
No, we were. I
no,
think
we
it was just
weren't.
Sid.
That's right, we weren't.
We wouldn't know that.
We were
just-
we were crafting.
Yeah.
We were crafting and turning the
bonding.
dragon into parts.
I think
Let me
Sid
retract my words.
Sid said he punched Verite punched him about Stefano, but I think that's all that you have.
Yeah, that might have been all
Not,
we know.
not
Yeah.
the why. Yeah.
Yeah. Just that it
Uh,
happened.
Well, shit, we can't. We have to go get him. Especially if Sid got kidnapped. Knows about what's gonna happen to Verite. I mean, chop, and he's gonna start making his way to the door.
As you let the curtains go and turn, there's a whole series of other explosions go off along that same wall. Just boom, 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 boom. It's
Multiple curse words leave Artemis.
yeah. This is, and again, this is directed. They're all going straight up. This isn't an explosion at a factory. Somebody is setting these things up and setting them off.
Okay.
So I imagine we're on the top floor, so we're kind of near the wall.
You've got a really good view of the whole sort of
Mhm.
town. Yeah, you're in the
Yeah.
penthouse
Lila
of
is
the
going
nicest hotel.
to look
Well,
at Artemis,
Yeah.
like, please go, and then like nod to follow, like gesture with her eyes to Koas and be like, go, please follow him. And then she kind of gestures to herself and then over to the two invalids and
Yep.
is like, I have to stay here.
yeah.
Come on, Artie.
Yeah.
The two of you run down the stairs and outside. It's actually harder to see from outside because you're on the ground floor, but that whole horizon at that end of the city just looks like it's on fire. There's just the orange glow, and every once in a while you see the fountain of a firework go off. But what you
Whoever
cannot
that is, I hate them.
It's
You-
probably Verite. I mean,
hate
that's
him.
pretty intricate. We should really
There's-
leave this city when we can.
there's a wave of people coming towards you from that side. Make a reasoning check if you choose to do so. So clubs.
Clubs. I will go ahead and do that.
We don't have any of our engineers or scientific persons here, so
Oh, I'm good at reasoning. So
oh,
playing
okay.
2
2 successes.
successes.
9. Do you have any trauma in Steam? Mental trauma?
No.
Oh, there's no way I'm making that one. So
yeah.
I have no
No,
successes in my cards, and I also have two
I have
trauma. in
trauma
Steam.
Yeah.
in steel.
Okay, no,
Not
you're fine then. Okay, so you
mean,
realize
Oh wait, I don't have 5 minutes, so I
Nope.
can't just put
not
that
right
down.
now. You don't. You realize the people that are flowing towards you, they're being herded by the explosions. And now that they all started off against the wall, they're starting to happen now a distance from the wall, getting closer to you. It's just herding people towards the gates. There's delays between the explosions to allow people to get away. They started on the wall where nobody was, and they gave people lots of time to get away from the wall. Then the next set went off. The people ran, then the next set went off.
This is controlled. This is
Whoever's doing this is herding people out of this city, this fair,
oh, they're hurting people out.
using the next to infinite supply of fireworks.
Oh,
and-
okay. So I thought it was coming from the wall outside coming in, but no,
No,
it's
it started on the wall.
Yeah.
Like the fancy New Year's things that start on a bridge and it all kind of
Yep.
rains fire in the river, like that, but on the wall, and then it's working towards you from that wall. The gates are in this image. The gates are behind you.
okay.
Yeah.
I will
Artemis,
stop
you're there
Artemis
too.
for a second.
Yeah.
They seem to be hurting people outside the city.
Yeah.
Still, we still should check on it. Might be Verte. Probably is Verte. It's pretty genius. So it's Verte.
Artemis, I don't need a roll for this. There's no way you, of all people, would not notice. the ever-present fireworks that have been going on since you saw this city stop. And only the explosions, I mean, not that it's any better or release, but only the explosions are happening now.
Mm-hmm.
The distraction of that infinite canopy of light and noise is gone. So now it's just all sort of filled with smoke and this approaching wall of explosions. People are
Yeah, and she
starting
starts
to
thinking about the like
yeah.
the implications of having to go find Verite, meaning we have to go closer to it. And she's like,
Kois is gonna reach out a hand and have it open.
okay, okay. And she'll take his hand.
And he's gonna lead her through the crowd that's approaching. He's gonna
Yep,
lead.
because your highness no longer works. People
Yeah.
are borderline panicked all the way to panic. Like this is, you hear the same thing over and over. What if it all goes off? What if it all goes off? There was more by the door. You know, people are just, they're terrified that all the fireworks are going to go off at once. You see, maybe you're the only ones going this way. You see maybe one or two other people that are sort of looking there and still, like, maybe this is a scam. Maybe they're trying to chase me away from my stall. There's still some of those people. But 99.9% of the people are just holding all the stuffies they can grab and running for the gate. The irony of taking all that money out the door and therefore making it useless.
Yep.
Not escaping
That's-
anyone, I hope.
You can sleep on it. So it's like
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Fair.
We turned it into padding for the car.
Until it gets
so-
wet the first time. But yes, that's what the two of you see.
These people are sick.
Oh, once they escape, he's gonna yell as he's kind of pushing people
Yeah.
past. Once they escape, they'll soon realize what kind of trouble they were in. Maybe get help somehow.
And you see
Therapy on wheels.
you see the inevitable people breaking into stalls. They're stealing stuffies. Like they're so programmed. They're in the back, trying to pull a giant dragon stuffy out of the back of one of the booths. Right? The explosions are just getting closer and closer.
And that's why Delilah and I cannibalized the one she had.
Fair. Fair. Because we're okay. Then he's gonna
Yeah,
continue.
I'm gonna do this because that was all the way down the main street because I want a sight line for this. Delilah, you check on your charges. They are both not dead, so you can you're at that stalemate moment. Like there's nothing else I can do for them except, yep, still not dead, still not dead, still not dead. So you go to look out the window. And you can see the crescent of fire coming, right? Because now it's actually from where you are, you can see it's starting to focus. The wings are coming in faster than the center. It is literally, you don't need to make a roll at this point. It's like a moon, like the horns of a bull coming in. It is herding people out of this whole town, this whole fair.
Which means we can set it on fire without feeling bad.
Large parts of it are now actually already on fire, now that you mention that. All three of you noticed that. The wall behind the fireworks, as the fireworks are coming back down, is just being lit and burned.
Quick
Yeah.
question. Where's the Fairmaster's castle? Is that behind us? Is it in front of
It's
us? Is it
for
on
the
side
fun.
of us?
For the fun, it's between you and the gate. So fire, you, gate. Fire, you, fancy houses, both Mafia and Fairmaster, and gate.
Okay. So,
Just for fun.
okay.
Give you all the
Okay.
options.
Still want to check on Verite first.
Oh yeah, because this is, you paused me at the perfect moment because Delilah, you see, the only reason you can see it is because they're the only two going the wrong way. Way tiny, way blocks down the road, you can see what must be Coes and Artemis. Those, iconic figures against the firelight thing, right? And then you see one walk out in front of the fire. The two of you know it's Verite. Delilah, it looks for all the world like that spindly Verite figure, But the three of you, the way he walks is like he owns the world. His three big strides out to the middle of the world and turns to look at you, and it all falls away in a heartbeat. Just, oh, hi.
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 And
Nice
now that we're past the crowd, he'll
fire.
let go of the hand.
Yeah, everybody's gone because you're as close as you can comfortably be to the fireworks going off behind him.
Yeah, still every time they go off, like there's this like she's trying not to, but she's like,
Yeah.
Great work, Faraday.
Oh, so you do understand.
Yeah.
this place is hell. You're trying to get people out of it?
I'm saving Stefano.
By destroying it.
If it's not here, he can't stay here, and he'll have to stay with us.
Uh-huh.
That is not the right message, but it's
I
working.
kind of like that message.
I punched him in the face twice, and I'm still mad, so I did this.
Oh,
That
you
I'm not
punched him in
hurt.
the face
I'm
twice.
not hurting anybody. I'm being
Wait.
really, really careful.
Okay.
What did he do for you to punch him exactly?
He cheated me and took my stuffies. He cheated me.
Oh, the whole thing.
Like he cheats everybody in this place. So this place has to go.
I mean, I fully agree about this place needing to go, but
Speaking of which, can we move about half a block that way?
Yeah.
God, please.
Sure.
You get about half a block that way, and a quarter of a block behind you, the next row goes off.
Ugh, shit, Faraday. How did you have time to set all this up?
I've
Fireworks
been
probably already
busy.
there.
And he reaches down and pulls out one of his little creations. It's a little silver whistle made out of silver wire. Like it's hollow, it's like a wireframe whistle. And it's got the little bead in it and everything, and he blows on it, and somehow it makes a noise. And from all over, first 2 or 3, then 10 or 12, then 20 or 30, these little things about this big around on wheels, kind of look like Roombas. Just with fireworks piled on top of them. They're self-loading. You can see they got little ramps. They just go under fireworks and then drive. And you can see the familiar shaped cogs of his programming.
Verite, next time, can we choose something a little quieter, please?
You should go farther away. Sound drops off as a square of the distance a square of the distance.
Koas is gonna pull out a gas mask. I mean, it could reduce the sound a bit for you.
It'll also keep down on the toxic vapors that are going to be quite present here for a while.
Okay, so here we go.
She already has. She still has hers.
Oh, okay. So then I'll give it to
Koas puts it
Verite.
on.
Make sure
All right.
Verite
Yeah.
has it. All right, let's go, guys.
We can go.
And what he said.
Is he making a way to move, or
We
is he
should
following
go.
us?
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
And he
And
starts
yeah, we're
heading
gonna.
right down the street.
I would like to hit the Fairmeister first. If
you
that's
guys got
before
it.
our
You got to.
hotel.
You're going to get back to the hotel first. So
Okay.
it's from now that you've turned around. It's hotel, Fairmeister's house, place that Sid got taken from gate.
Okay.
And at this point, when you turn around, it's almost empty. The rest of these explosions are going to be pretty much pointless. 99.9% of the people are gone. Delilah, you see all that played out in miniature down at the end of 2 blocks away. You turn around and see them start to walk towards you, and there's another explosion goes off. There's no question who those 3 figures are. You turn around, Sid, and Stefano wishing he could do
cocoon.
that. Yeah. The caterpillar in the corner.
Delilah, she knows she can't like lift these 2 dudes.
Mm-hmm.
So she is just going to pack everything up quickly to be ready to leave.
Car's downstairs, remember?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, when they go past the hotel and Coas is gonna go to the Fairmeister's house, um,
I'll hit the hotel with you first.
yeah, she will be like, we should get everybody out of the hotel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
smart move.
So, the two of you make your way back to the hotel. Delilah, do you meet them downstairs? Do you wait for them to come up to get help with Sid?
I
Here's a horrible
Question.
thought, Delilah. You come running out of the penthouse, deciding what to do, and they're still in the wheel. They can't get out of the elevator wheel. First question, do you take the elevator down?
Oh, it's like that at Titanic.
no, I do not take the elevator down.
Okay, so you run down the wet stairs. They still haven't had time to dry them. Ride the banister.
Can we get them out of the wheel?
That's Delilah.
Delilah.
Oh my god.
Delilah.
Delilah.
Two people upstairs, passed out of the bed. Two guys trapped in there. Two friends out in the street.
Delilah.
It's a trilemma. Look what we did. Oh, I love this.
Invented a word.
Delilah is God.
I love this. This is the moment.
Delilah is not going to be helpful trying to get Sid and Stefano
Fair.
out. So when Coas and Artemis come in, she's like upstairs, unconscious, packed bags, car now. And then she runs to the elevator guys.
Yeah, Artemis is
Absolutely.
already up the stairs.
Yeah, it's an
Fair
easy
take.
sort of pin through a ring thing. Like they can't reach it from inside, so it doesn't have to be complicated. It's just pop and you're in.
Oh yeah, I pop the lock
Yeah, and the door slides open, and they kind of stumble. It's like watching somebody with sea legs, right? Because they've been walking on a slight incline for a very long time, so they kind of yeah.
We're gonna get Verde to grab the bags. Already has to grab Stefano, and I'm gonna try to grab Sid.
Okay. Let's just say as a group and runnings up and
Yeah,
down stairs.
if it's not that hard for me to like free the elevator guys,
Oh, yeah.
I'll go back up and help carry Stefano.
Perfect. So yeah, like I said, as a group, the two of you could come down. Stefano's still essentially unconscious. Sid, you can sort of, Sid, you can see and feel and kind of walk. You're self-mobile. Essentially, that's about it, though. Yeah, walking at a lean. Oh, that hurts. Oh, yeah. Oh, that hurts too. Yeah. Okay, that still hurts. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Baby
Sid would
beast.
kind of he'd start to roll off the bed, realize how terrible of an idea falling would be.
Yep.
Swings his legs, and his entire upper body is just a blossom of bruises.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah.
ribs that don't protrude when they break cause really big bruises. Plus, he landed flat on his back, so that entire surface is a welt.
Oh yeah. Yep.
From hitting the water, because water's not soft.
No, not at that speed.
Nope. And his arms are just, if they could drag, they would be. He stops at one point to slip his wrist into the loop of the silver hammer. Kind of lifts that back up and starts dragging it behind him.
Yep.
He looks around, is like, did I even leave anything in here?
Your pack or whatever has been grabbed by somebody. But when you guys get downstairs, I'm waiting for this moment. Sid,
boom.
Yeah, all the way down the
Oh.
stairs. Yep. Sid and Coas, you guys walk into the stable/garage area to see the new improved Orchid Mobile. Please explain, architects of the Orchid Mobile, what exactly it now looks like.
So Artemis and Delilah
Reupholstered
spent
the
some time
seats
reupholstering the seats. The
with
seats
the
are now
body of the dragon.
yes, very plush and very comfortable, made of this lovely patchwork of stuffy skins. front and back seats have been upholstered very, very nicely. Artemis was very meticulous in her attention to detail, and
Yes, and the stuffing was used to pad
Yeah.
things.
and the stuffing was
and
used to pad
making
things.
sure things would not be messing with the mechanisms.
Yeah.
Which is good because yeah, Verite says, "Is that from a dragon?"
Are you still wearing your backpack, Delilah?
Yes.
Of the head.
And he turns and looks at
And then
that.
Stefano is in the tail.
and looks at
Yeah.
that,
Stefano's in the tail.
and
We turned the tail into a sleeping bag.
and he
Yep.
looks at the two of you grinning madly and figures out what happened. And he said, with great dignity and grace, with respect for the two of you, I will leave my pants on. And he jumps inside the Orchid Mobile and starts rubbing his butt all over the upholstery.
That actually looks really good. Nice work, already.
Actually looks good.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think a stuffed dragon would make for a good car, but I mean, hey,
I do impeccable work, excuse you.
no, I'm not questioning you. I'm questioning the stuffed dragon, but the stuffed dragon, you work with what you got, and it looks great.
Thanks. Now we should get going.
Yeah. um,
Delilah's,
I
like,
guess I'm the
helping
one to
load
drive
the
here.
bags in.
Yeah.
We put Stefano like laying down in the back in like the trunk.
Yeah, yeah.
And, like
In
the rumble seat.
It is canon that there is a rumble seat, so yeah, because somebody stood up there before. So yeah, you guys wedge the baggage in the back.
Not necessarily to hurt him, but because then he's
Yep.
contained.
More secure.
We don't have
Verite,
seatbelts.
Yeah.
Verite, seeing what you did, climbs over from the back seat into the rumble seat and looks at the two of you and says, "Don't take this personally," and looks down at Stefano, and you can't kind of see him through the cloth. He says, "You take this personally." And he rubs his ass up and down the tail of the dragon. Yeah. But and then he stops and looks serious and kind of rips a little hole in the cloth over one of Stefano's all bruised up and beat up eyes. And he says, "Don't worry, I hate you now, but I'm going to save you." And he tries to close it, but it won't. So there's just this one Stefano eye looking out. And that kind
Probably
of,
only half awake anyway.
yeah. Oh yeah, he's just like one twitching little eye. And Verite, you can see it just takes the wind out of his sails, and he just sits down in the back seat quietly and waits to leave.
Yeah, and Artemis will help Coas get Sid kind of comfortable.
Ow, 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 ow. Oh, there it
Delilah,
is. Yeah.
Delilah
Oh, so
will
that's-
be in the back with Sid. In fact,
Artie's riding
Delilah's
shotgun.
probably going to recommend that Sid
Oh,
go horizontal
this is
Yeah.
most
and
wondrous.
just like, but like, I mean, it logically, it's probably better to have Sid's head in Delilah's lap rather than not, just because feet
Yep.
are awkward.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Sid's just like laying down in the back with Delilah.
In his barely conscious state, Sid still manages to make sure his feet aren't on the upholstery.
Leaving the Damases in
Up
the
front.
front,
In the front seat.
Yep.
driving a car that is steered by leaning left and right as a team.
Yep.
And Coas driving.
Yeah.
Cool. Driving.
Verite is
Shit.
keeps kind of popping in and out, and at this point he's outside, and you see him look up the street and come back inside and climb in and sit right in the middle in the back, kind of underneath Sid's hips, just like totally, just because he's got to sit in the middle. So yeah, kind of makes Sid's spot uncomfortable, but that's where you guys are in the car when you click it one forward into drive, and you drive out through the door of the stables and into the exploding Faire. It's within a block
Coas,
now.
didn't you want to go somewhere?
I mean, it doesn't matter now. There was just the Fairmaster had magnets and copper wire, and he kind of looks back to Verte. I think Verte will be fine without him, right, Verte?
We got time if you consider 145 average heartbeats time.
Okay, then I'm gonna get you some magnets.
Cool. They all stick together. And
Yes.
Koas takes off. Sid, I'm assuming the car's still sort of doing that slow creep, right? Like he's like,
Oh,
it's like the train, right? You jump off and, or yeah, you
oh,
tell
you
me.
can do that? Oh, I thought
Oh, hell yeah.
we can like stop the car at the Fairmaster's.
Yep, we can do that too. So you stop the
Yep.
car at the Fairmasters, you leap off.
Artemis will hold down the fort in
Yep.
case the kidnappers get stupid.
Yep. Sid, you
She's got her
kind of,
gun.
yeah, you kind of rotate your head, trying to find a place to put your neck that doesn't hurt, and you see the top of the house that you just broke out of is next door.
Fucking kidding me.
Right next to the Fairmaster's house.
Sid?
That's the place with the moat. Ow.
Where you got out of.
Yup. He tied me to a chair. Started filling the place up with water when they didn't like how I was sitting in it. But I mean, I broke it. And then I busted out.
Faraday blows his whistle, and a bunch of the bases start to congregate around him as you continue your story.
They took my forge hammer. I don't know where it is. I want it back.
You want me to go
starts-
look for it?
He starts reprogramming the bases.
Yeah. And he looks at Artemis, and his eyes don't focus right away.
Mm-hmm.
Like he has to find her. It's the only thing I have left at Florence.
Okay.
Please.
And she jumps off and she goes in towards the house.
And he passes out again.
She does not know they are the mafia, so she does not
Artemis,
know.
you drop out of the wagon, take about 2 steps, and the front of the house that you're heading for is assaulted by fireworks. Doors are blown in, windows are blown in, they're blasted up the front, up the sides, and the back. Every window is just being spattered because Verite has surrounded it with firework cannons firing inwards. The door, as you get there, has already blown off the hinges. It all smells like sulfur and smoke in here. You look inside, you see no moving people.
Make sure gas mask is thoroughly on.
Yep.
And
You step in. Meanwhile, right next door, Koas, you run up to the door, you shake the door, it's locked.
Oh, no time for subtlety. Ooh.
Yeah, just crunch, yeah, smash the door open. It kicks open, and you see that, well, that's the room you were in, right? The grand hall. There's the thing full of silver on one side, and in another corner you can see a smaller wooden box that kind of looks out of place. It kind of looks like an explosives box. You know, heavily built and kind of covered in ash.
I'm gonna look at it. Look at it.
You lift it up, and there's this wad of weirdly shaped magnets. They're the centers of electric motors. They're the magnet parts with the wires stripped off.
Yeah.
There's about 20 or 30 of them, varying sizes, all stuck together in one big lump. And then...
Actually, before I close the box, I'm just going to pour some silver into there and then close it up.
Actually, also in that box is a bunch of brass. It's all little flakes and chunks. It's like scrap.
like the magnets all
It's
stick
in a
together
bag.
like those like magnet like tower things that you can do with those little pieces of metal.
Yeah, just not as pretty, not as pretty and not as well. Yeah, the thing that you can get that's all magnetic balls is a really cool toy. That's a stress toy. But anyway,
Those
this
are
isn't.
awesome.
Yeah, this isn't quite that. So you
Great
got this
stand.
ball of magnets and this is essentially a bag of brass wire bits.
All right, and I'm gonna put a bit of silver because I don't know if it's gonna be useful into the bag, and then get back to the car.
Absolutely. And
Artemis
clank,
comes
clank,
out.
clank, clank,
Where's
clank.
Artemis? She went into the house. It's being bombarded by fireworks.
Yeah, you come running. Exactly. You come out, front seats empty. You drop the stuff in the car. You turn around. Artemis, you step inside the front of this house, and it is.
Oh yeah, she also has goggles, so she can put those on too.
It is of what I personally would consider to be questionable taste. It's a bit, for me personally, overdone. It's a lot of we are Italy, and we've been Italy for 3,000 years, and there's flags and places.
So the
and
Godfather.
yeah, it's a bit overwhelming.
Heck.
Much.
One of the overwhelming things is the 4 suits of armor that are standing in the corners, weirdly, of this room, all looking in like some weird Dungeons and Dragons puzzle.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Except the one over here by the door isn't holding a halberd like the other 3. It's holding Sid's hammer.
Oh, they made it easy.
Oh.
It looks like they had taken
It's
it
like a
as
trophy
like
kind of
a
thing.
trophy and put it in the
Yeah.
living room. Yeah, this is the level of
Sons
bad
of
taste.
bitches.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
you go to pick it up and then you have to roll initiative because it's animated
It's
armor.
an animated armor, of course it is. Yeah.
It's Thor's
You
hammer.
solved the
I can't lift it
puzzle.
unless I'm worthy.
And so yeah, you take it.
Yeah, she'll go and grab it. She expected to have to look harder.
Nah, man, these people are tacky. They don't.
That's true. They were
Oh.
cocky.
This is
She
where the
doesn't know
fun
that,
starts. Only Thor can pick it up. No. You grab it and pull. Because you're in a hurry, the whole suit of armor comes with and sort of bang all over the floor.
Mhm.
Because I love that image. And you just
Yeah.
turn around and come out the door. And I mean, it's stupid heavy.
Yeah.
Sid wields this thing for a living for decades, right? And
Do I need to play athletics?
Sid's like beef. Yes, please do. Just because I want to see. Yeah. Not gonna like. Yeah. I just want to see how this goes.
Let's see.
So that is a diamonds.
Yeah, it's a diamonds. Well, I can only play one card, but I've got a diamond.
Okay, so yeah, you managed to get outside with only a couple of nicks and bangs in the walls.
She kind of like rams her like elbow into the door.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like a really bad mover, right? Just kind of bang, crash, thud. Oh, sorry, I'll pay for that. Bang, crash. Out
No, I
the,
won't.
out the yeah, no, yeah.
It's
Place-
gonna burn down anyway.
It's all gonna burn down in a minute anyway. You rush outside. Sid, you said you passed out, so you do not see the rescue of your beloved hammer. But Artemis, we got to cut back to Koas and Delilah. Delilah, you're sitting there suddenly. Right beside you is Verite, and Sid's kind of doing the woobity woobity over the two of you at the back seat now as he's laid down, passed out again. You from there, and Koas from standing beside the vehicle with your booty, looking back to see Artemis run out of the house with Sid's hammer.
Oh, thank God.
Oh.
Boom, 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 boom. Another row of explosions go off down at the end of the block.
Optimus, hurry!
I'm gonna get in the car and kind of start it up as she's running.
Yep. And because you're sitting on one side and they're not on the other side, it kind of goes in their direction. Artemis, you jump in, we back out, and you guys start the scene as you start to head down the main drag, because there was nowhere else we needed to stop, right?
No.
Okay. Heading for the gates. You see beside you Artemis, because you came out of that house. You turn around, and it's like watching goblins swarm. There's more and more of these Verite bases showing up at that house, and it stops going from like blasting at the windows and blowing the door open to actively blowing chunks out of the building.
I imagine she's like patting some ashes off of her jacket, like like the like sparks from the fireworks and stuff, and like stuff like that.
Verite says, "I changed the programming when I found out they hurt Sid."
Uh-huh.
You
Cool.
hear sort of a contented grunt.
As you roll through the gates, Verite says, "I don't think I like the new me." And you guys are
And Artemis will
outside.
kind of like look behind her, kind of like.
The last of the explosions fade. I just want to set a little bit of a scene here, because this is horrific. This is thousands of addicts essentially torn from their addiction and hurled out into the darkness.
Yeah, with no way to really survive out there.
There's no help from anybody. They're all victims. You guys are the only vehicle.
Yeah.
And it's silent because it's spring driven. You're not even making steam. You just think.
It's be the person you are, the people we are. It changes, and they can always change back. You're never set in stone, Verte.
And you said you did it to save Stefano.
Shh. Looks to see if Stefano was listening.
She's whispering it, so
Okay.
you did it with good intentions. Maybe not the
Best execution.
though. I mean, I had less than nice intentions towards the city, so I'm one to talk.
And as we're kind of driving past, I'm kind of seeing the people out the window, and still, makes me wonder what's going to happen to all these people.
I don't know.
Go, Delilah. You're muted.
Oh fuck! No, I'm not.
Not anymore. Well, your lips moved and nothing came out, so I assumed you.
Oh, I must have just been too quiet.
Okay.
Is it really something we can afford to think about?
I don't know what we would do.
I don't think we could afford to think about, but I don't think it will be. No.
Hopefully they'll be back in a moment. I'm not going to bother fixing the cameras because they'll be back in a moment. So please bear with us.
Don't think it's something we can afford to think about, but it's definitely not something I'm going to forget anytime soon.
You guys
Sid just sort of mumbles.
Sid,
He's like,
you sort of half wake up. Yeah.
There are people here, and sort of, you can see him thinking.
Yep.
And he's like, an old order. We were camped next to them.
There is, yes.
My mom was right. Oh God. Mom, what were they called again? The Hospitaliers. They're here to help people.
And as you make your way out into this, it's smoky now, right? I mean, he burned the bloody city down with fireworks. That's a lot of smoke drifting in all directions, potentially reminiscent of volcanic ash, depending on your level of PTSD. But in that, falling all around you and blowing all around you, you see the knights. They've got a little group already going. They're kind of processing people.
Yeah, because all of their people were not in their thing. Were all outside of the city.
They stayed outside. Yes. Another smaller group you can see formed around a huge hulking figure. And it's not until you get closer that you see it's Terrible Teddy.
It's Hammer Guy.
Yeah, it's Terrible
Hammer
Teddy,
guy.
the Hammer Guy. Yep. He is taking control and doing strong things to build safe places for these people. So there's enough people that have their wits about them that this looks like a self-rescue situation.
Okay.
But you still got to drive through it.
Yeah. As he's continuing the drive.
Actually, Teddy, thank you for that chat. You can see him doing it with the thingy still on his back. No, but I see what's happening here. Okay, what is happening is he's handing out the stuffies that he had in the base, but he's handing them out as toys to distract kids. He's handing them out as something to snuggle. He's handing them out for people to snuggle that are feeling bad. He's reclaimed the stuffies for what they're originally for. So there's your beam of light.
There we go.
When Sid talks, Artemis will kind of look over. Oh, I got your hammer, Sid.
Thank you, Artemis. I appreciate it.
Yeah, now sleep.
Oh,
Sleep
and
before I
all
make you sleep.
all the components are in the back too, Verte. The magnets and the brass.
You hear what? You look back and the bag's open. on one side of him, and he's pulling magnets apart.
Enjoy.
Okay, I was. I still am.
Mhm. And yeah, as we kind of continue, it'll be like a bit of a silence unless anyone breaks it. But Koos will then pick up and say, "Glad we're out of there."
Yeah,
Uh,
this was torture.
yeah.
That
Where-
was hellish.
Beer is warm. Who serves warm beer?
Where
I
do we
don't
go
know.
next
Who
from here,
serves warm
guys?
beer?
Perfect question, because the road splits just as you head out of town. There's an almost directly northern route, which you know by looking at the map would take you to Bologna, which was a major center before. But if you take, there's another road that sort of goes northeast, which will take you to Forlì, which is a much smaller town. So
Using whatever map we have, is there?
Yeah, 'cause we do have a map now.
you've got this map, actually, the one that we've got for you
Yeah.
guys in Roll20, our virtual tabletop of choice.
Yes. Is there a way to get actually west back to Florence?
Yes, easy. It's only a couple days back. It's 1 day back, 1 day mechanical dog ride back to the mansion, and then a half a day mechanical dog ride from there to Florence.
We could hit back up the mansion and go from there.
Go back to the mansion.
Verite says, "What for?"
I
Do you want them to come to us?
No, I think they're doing a good job, a great job actually. They're starting the rebuilding process of
You want to
Florence.
go back.
I think I want to see Thomas again and maybe stick with him for a bit. I've been thinking about it, and well, I've been staying here with you guys for one main reason. Kind of looks over to you, Artemis. That's because I felt like I had to stick with the only thing that really was left of my life. You already. And in a way, though, I was also to play like the protector, if you will. I've sorry to you guys, and he's gonna say to the back behind. But I've kind of been. You were right, Ernie. I've kind of been treating you like as if you were Apollo. There's like the part of me that was like, well, you couldn't do anything to help Apollo, so why not be there for you? Why not be too much? And that wasn't healthy. I'm sorry. You are so much more. And so much different. And I'm sorry for treating you like you weren't your own person.
So you're going to leave.
I mean, if you guys want me to, I could stay.
I'm gonna force you to do something, Goss.
But I think it'd be healthier for me to try and be a bit more independent, if you will, instead of using you as kind of I don't know what to call it, a crutch. That's not the right word. But the sentiment is there.
Are we gonna go back to never hearing from each other anymore?
I would like you to come back eventually to the mansion, and you get to see what we've done with Florence. I want to remain in contact,
Good.
and especially to you two. You guys are wonderful. Like I said, Verte, you're saving the world. Remember, and you guys along with it. I didn't realize I would like you guys so much. I just really came along just for Hardy, but you guys made me stay. You guys were better than when I first imagined you guys. It's not the right saying, but never been good with words or numbers.
Verite just shoves this thing in your chest, and you look down, and it's one of his creations. It's a pigeon, all metal framed with this thin, clear material covering it. And there's a whole series of springs and gears inside, and there's a little tiny tube. He says, it's a carrier pigeon, and it always will find. And he looks at the two of you. A Damasi. And as you take it, he back rolls out of the car and just runs.
Runs.
Yep.
Isn't Verte or the pigeon?
Verite. You can see he only goes a little bit. He just runs just off the road into the trees, and it's just, you can see him just shuddering.
Lila hops out and goes to Verite.
I will slow the car down.
Artemis will reach over and just pull like the brake thing back.
Yeah.
Before,
And
can I say one
Yep.
thing?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw
Before-
this for a long time, so yes. Yeah.
Before Delilah hops out after Verite, Sid feels like a warm drop on his forehead. And she like wipes it off really fast, just like try and be like, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Sid, you know nothing.
There's a
I saw
quick
nothing.
murmur. Is it raining?
And so I was like, no, it's fine.
As-
And then Delilah will move Sid gently and then run after Verite.
as
What's going on?
as Artemis pulls the brake, he's gonna inspect this kind of carrier pigeon, and he can see the kind of the mismatch of different materials, and he notices there's a couple in there of the ones that he specifically would give, and like the different scrap metals that he's given to Verite over the years and
Yep.
over the weeks.
Yeah.
And-
Weeks.
It's been like 2
Feels
weeks.
like
but-
years.
Yeah, a couple weeks.
Felt
yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
Over the weeks, and you even see like a magnet there that kind of controls like
Yep.
the wings.
Oh yeah, the symbol. Yeah, I love that because he kind of pimps your pigeon, like these guys pimped your ride. So yeah, there's all these little unnecessary pieces that are there just for beauty, right? So yes, thank you for having him grow in that moment. I like that.
And he's gonna look over it. And,
Yeah.
man, he works fast. And now basically everyone except for Sid is left.
Yep.
And
sick as-
Stefano, but Stefano's kind of
Yeah,
out of it. I
Neither
think.
one of
They're
them
kind of-
are. Yeah.
out
They're
of it.
kind of in and
The
out.
2 scratches.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. I'm. I hope we can do like not a redo because I don't want to forget anything, but like hope we can come at our relationship at a different angle when you're done with all this and you come back to Florence. I want to be in your life.
I want that too. I know neither of us are the best at communicating what we're feeling in the moment. And I know sometimes things get taken the wrong way, so regardless of your intentions and the motivations behind it, I never wanted to suggest that you change or be a different person
And
than
as
you
she's
are.
speaking, he's gonna reach over and hug her.
She like startles, like,
Well,
and then we'll hug
you
him
and he's
back.
gonna pat the back for a second. Quickly pull away. Because he's not used to it. Um no, I even before all this happened, I needed the change. I was too hung up over everything that happened. I was too just focused on distracting myself with work that
So was I.
I never made
I could
time.
have reached out too. And I know that. And I think you know that. Whether you'd say it or not is a different story, but I think all I ever really wanted was you, my brother, because it, for the longest time, felt like I lost both of my brothers in the matter of a few years after Apollo died. And I just want one of you back.
Yeah.
I want you back.
And I want to be back. Yeah. I mean, I know I'm going back to Florence and all that, and so like technically we're leaving each other again. But this time with the carrier pigeon and all this, I do think it will be good for both of us to take a step back and then come back at things once we've healed our trauma separately, like independently.
Well, I think there's some healing that needs to happen jointly, but
Yeah.
later, once we.
Yeah. But you've become honestly more independent than I have, so it's gonna be good for you, good for me.
You're plenty independent, cause
Eh, eh.
you reached Thomas in a matter of weeks faster than I ever did, and I was a patron. His parents were my patrons for years.
I want to make sure that kid goes down the right path. He clearly has the heart for it, but there's times where I fear he might stray, and I want to make sure he's got a good role model or figure or something.
Careful,
Not that.
Comus, you're starting to sound like a dad.
No. I'm gonna be the
Cool uncle.
cool uncle that took him in. Yeah, there we go. Cool uncle,
And is now his guardian,
guardian. Yeah.
like a parent.
I'll let him stay up as late as he wants.
I
So,
thought Jema's gonna love that.
right. Yeah, I've got her to deal with her wrath if I ever
Hey,
screw
she's
up.
pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah, she is pretty cool.
You know, aside from the whole killing her husband thing, but he was a dick, so.
Yeah, remind me never to become her husband and be a dick. So that's two things I don't want. So there we go. I think I'm safe from dying from her. Hopefully. Right, I just made things weird. Okay. All right.
But
I should
It
probably
would,
go check on Delilah and Verte if you want to stay here with Sid.
yeah, yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. Perfect. Delilah, you get up to Verite. Make of this what you will. He's laughing. He turned around and like there's tears running down his face. He's crying too, but he is most of the shuddering is from his laughing.
Oh, I get it. I
And
get
he
it.
kind of looks
Yeah,
at you and
yeah.
hi.
Hi. Hi. I don't know if Verite can see this in the dark, but she's shuddering too.
Mhm. You look like you could
Uh,
use a little laugh.
there's a lot of things I could use.
When I was making the carrier pigeon, I couldn't see because all the tears, so I had to stop crying. So, and he starts to giggle. He's, it poops, and he starts to just
Okay.
giggle.
Okay. You did make me laugh. So, are you gonna be okay?
No,
Yeah, me neither.
but you taught me that we just keep going anyway, right?
Fuck, yeah, I did.
Almost
I
fall
did,
off a
didn't I?
bridge and you keep going. You meet crazy people and you keep going. And you go to crazy places and you keep going.
Did I ever tell you what happens when you stop?
I don't want to stop. There's bad stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Who
But what if
takes
it all feels like bad stuff?
who takes care of you? You take care of
There's a
me.
long pause. There's a long, long pause. And she just says, nobody?
Okay, and he hugs you.
Oh, God.
And I mean, it's just like a wrap. It's, you feel like Stefano. It's just, and it's just safety. It's like in this insane world, this little tube of space is safe. And then kind of jumps back like an electric jolt. Sorry, I should have asked.
Uh, no, no, it's fine. Bertie, you should go back to the car.
I was
They're
gonna
gonna
say,
worry.
I was gonna say you should go back to the car because you're not done talking to people yet. I'm all done talking to people.
What am I supposed to say? Oh, hey, I've liked you for a long time, and you're really cool, and I don't know, thought
Yes,
we could have had something.
that's probably a good place to start. I mean, what else are you gonna say? When
Well,
else are you gonna say
goodbye,
it?
obviously.
But when else are you gonna say it?
I shouldn't say it. There's no use in saying it anymore.
You're gonna see him again.
Not as free as I thought.
You know what else you taught me? Delilah? And I think that's the first time you ever used your name.
What?
You taught me to never give up. Ever.
Don't spit my own bullshit back at me.
It's not bullshit. I can smell bullshit. It smells like it comes out of a cow's bum. This wasn't bullshit. If you don't say it
So-
now, it's gonna sit in you and rot like all that other stuff. And he just points right at your head. Like he's did that, like he's not worried about offending, or he just hasn't occurred to him that that might be offensive. With all that other stuff. If you don't let it out, it's gonna explode. Don't make me push you. And remember, it poops.
Fucking hell. Fucking hell. All right. I don't know what I'm saying all right to. This sucks. And then she just turns and goes back to the car.
And as she turns, Koa's just kind of gotten out of the car and kind of closed the door behind.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna go talk to Verite, make sure it was all right, but you seem to have
Hi.
gotten that.
Hi. Hi.
There.
No, he's fine. He's
Make him-
laughing.
Making a fire and not listening. And you look over and he is in fact making a fire. He was half telling the truth.
Okay.
Okay. I have it on good authority that when you have certain opinions, it may be wise to make them known. I would like you to know that I think you're great. And she's like shaking.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I don't normally think that sometimes, but I don't think that about myself sometimes. But I appreciate the compliment. It feels nice to have someone say it, and it feels like you mean it.
I do. I really do.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, you're gonna do great. You are gonna help a lot for everyone here. And you've helped a lot, everyone here. You went from, no offense, you went from some Citadel, what's the nicest term I could put? Schmuck? No offense.
No,
To being,
you're right.
to being someone who really helps and cares for everyone around you. It's a wonderful kind of progression that you've made.
You know, we could help together.
That's true. It's a thing. I downplay my own, but really, a lot of it is you. So thank you for keeping us all up and running and keep on moving. I mean, Sid.
Coas.
Yeah.
Coas. This isn't about me.
No, sorry.
Coas. You not get it?
Get what?
Verite walks past. And let Delilah, you can see him out of the corner of your eye. He's about to walk past. Anything could happen. You have a split second. You could see Verite opening his mouth to say something. What do you say in that instant of time?
Yeah, what do
Coas,
you
I'm
say?
in love with you.
There we
Oh.
go. And he just keeps walking by.
Sid sits up.
Yeah. Ooh, wow.
Oh,
Like it's never occurred to him ever.
And
This is how
and
90% of guys think.
and absolutely no pressure at all, but this is potentially the line that Coas is going out on. So,
I didn't think anyone could think that of me. To me, I'd be willing to try once you come back. Maybe I don't want to start anything now because it's gonna be some time, but and I don't want to be waiting. But perhaps when you get back to Florence, we can progress to a different stage of a
You're cute.
Just bloody say it.
Artemis, like when Coas left, kind of like hopped into like the back seat next to Sid.
yeah.
And it's just like, pretty much, yeah.
I really
Kiss already.
I
Yeah.
really like you too. And can I go for a hug?
Oh, come on.
Delilah takes in a soft but deep breath, and then she just like, with Phil's permission,
Mhm.
can she kiss him?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
She just kisses him.
And so the hands kind of just go from there, like, oh, okay. Like as in like that attitude.
yeah.
And he just kind of lets it happen
And the camera zooms in on the outline of the two of them kissing against the moon until it zooms in so close that it's just the lips and then it's just darkness. And that
And-
apparently go.
I would like to give final thoughts of what Coas thinks of Sid.
Oh yeah, but this is where I'm gonna drop.
Yes,
yeah, okay.
This
So
is the drop the curtain.
that's where we'll drop the curtain. But yeah, then after as the
that's the final scene.
the
but I
yeah,
just want
but then there's the encore.
externally-
Yeah.
Externally, I
no, we
wanna-
can do an encore. Like that's because that's the moment, right? But then yeah, after that, after the kiss, you stumble over to see Sid leaning up in the back of the cart. So go ahead and have that conversation.
End credits scene.
Yeah,
Sid-
yeah. As the credits are rolling, this is
as the credits are rolling. Sid, I mean, I don't know what to say, but thank you. You've been a great friend, and yeah, I mean, you're beat the shit now, but you're gonna beat some shit later. So just make sure these chuckleheads don't die.
Just make sure the boy doesn't burn the mansion down.
Uh,
We'd be 3 for 3, and that would be a bloody shame.
we'll
we
see
didn't
how
start
it goes.
the first one.
We didn't start the fire.
We didn't start the fire.
And
That's in my
you'll
playlist. for
That's
the-
all right. Then for that, you earned this. As that is all going on, Verite climbs up into the car, climbs into the back seat, leans over to where Stefano is, and rips all the cloth off from around his swollen, beat up, puffy face. And he looks down and he says, I'm not going to ask permission because you didn't. And he leans down and kisses him. And that is where we'll drop the second curtain on tonight. Wow. Oh, wow. That felt like a season ender. You lied, you prick. You said you were going to be here till next week.
Okay.
It was
In all-
beautiful. And I fucking loved it. And I love the shock value. But you lied.
To be fair, you're the one that had us out of the city.
in all actuality, I saw that it was a great moment to have the conversation with
It really
Artie,
was,
and then
yeah.
it just blossomed
Yeah, it really
into
was. It was
a
perfect.
goodbye.
And
No,
then
it
the
was.
drama happened.
I saw it coming, and it's like, oh, there's no way out of this now. We're ending this tonight. Okay, here we go. Lean into it. So thank
But also,
you.
this means
Yeah.
you have an opening to come back if you ever have a free time
Exactly.
/ summer comes back around.
Christmas
Yeah.
holidays, next summer, absolutely, all that stuff. You happen to get bored, or you have a weekend available at one point where you're not doing something, you can come back and
Yeah.
visit. But
It also means you have to keep up with the show and like occasionally send messages to send to Artemis.
because otherwise we'll never get any views on YouTube. 124 on the last one already. It's only been up 2.5
Jeez.
days.
Jesus.
We'll get to that again in a second. But when we get to the thank yous, but
As soon as I'm gone, the views are gonna skyrocket. Watch. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I thought you were
God.
one more time because you're gone. I thought you were referencing us from your OnlyFans page. So I thought that's where all the views were coming from.
The
Maybe we
OnlyFans,
can
yeah.
see him naked over
Yeah.
there. So yeah,
I'd be like, I'd be direct. I direct people there. I like
Yeah.
post links and be like,
Yeah.
oh, go check out the stream.
You tuned in here for nudity, but this is what you get instead.
You
References
leave the link randomly hidden around your town,
all
like,
over,
Ooh.
stuck on posters on the wall.
just written
Okay,
out
so-
link. Like,
But let's get through the thank yous, and I want to start with who else am I going to start with? Chris.
Oh god damn it! I was hoping you were gonna say Phil.
No, not a hope. No, he gets to go last because he's not coming back.
Yeah, you're right.
I want to thank you for being very, very brave tonight. This is a kind of a thing that comes up in D&D world and TTRPG worlds on a fairly regular basis. And I am of the opinion that characters have emotions, and pardon my expression, they have genitals and urges that go with those. And so I love the idea of that honesty, that sort of, yeah, guess what? We've gone through hell together, and I like you in a deep, passionate way. No shock, right? I love it. Thank you for being brave enough to play that character, and the awkwardness that it was done with was absolutely brilliant. When you make Verite look like the coolest dude in the room, you awkward. So it was good. It was really, really
And
well done.
I made
Chat,
sure-
yes, emotional nudity, absolutely. That's
just
what
I had that
weight
thought
went
too,
over
guys.
his
yeah,
head.
that's why these
I-
people, yeah,
I made it intentional that it just
Yeah.
you had to say it outright.
yeah, absolutely. It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Thank you for that.
Far more
Oh.
sarcastic kiss the girl.
Just sit in Artemis back there, like,
Just do it already.
Wow.
pretty much.
Bison all night tonight. I kept getting flashbacks. Every time we went to Sid, I kept getting flashbacks to Reservoir Dogs. The 90-minute death scene. Like the guy that dies from the first scene in the movie to the last scene in the movie. That was Sid today. It's like every time you move, it's like, oh, there goes another one. Oh, God, ouch. Oh, not getting better. Not getting better. Bleeding out on the
I'm
floor
gonna
over here.
I'm gonna spend most of the day on the couch.
Oh, and on the floor, and parts of me on the floor, and parts of me on the couch, and part of me running out under the door into the hallway. Yeah. Thank you for that image all night long. It's one of my favorite movies, and it was so much fun watching you die
Beat up.
all night long. So thank you for that. Speaking of deeply emotional and emotional nudity moments, wow, Thunderscape, Robin, holy cow. The two of you play so well together, and as siblings, you are 100% believable. If we got comments, even with all the bajillion viewers we get, if we got comments, I imagine some of them would be, are they really brother and sister? Just because of how real that plays. So thank you for that. And again, I'm going to steal the phrase because I love it. Thank you for just opening up tonight and just playing real. There's people watching and it doesn't matter. You just poured your guts out. You showed us everything and it was amazing. So thank you for that. And Phil, you lied to us, but it was perfect. I cannot imagine a better last episode than that. I hope you feel the same way because it was your character, but that was
I do.
absolutely brilliant.
Yeah,
It's an
I
end that
learned-
wasn't an end, but it was. So yeah. So
I
go
learned
ahead.
from the best to just roll with it when it comes to you.
I'll tell Brandon you said that.
Ah,
So
I meant you, but that also works.
The joke's
But
on
yeah,
everybody because
I'm
Brandon is in
gonna
our Wednesday night game and none of you have ever seen him. So
I want to say thank you to everyone here for having me play at your tables. Thank you to chat and YouTube for watching me play at the table. And it's been an absolute pleasure to play Coas, and he was a fun character. Not definitely not how I saw him play when I first imagined the character when you brought this game to us.
yeah.
I definitely was like the oh yeah, like the dark detective, like mystery boy. No, not at all.
No,
You got
And I love
you
it.
got Inspector Clouseau.
Heart in his sleeve, loves everybody, not very good at what he does. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was
But
brilliant.
those usually make the best characters.
It was
so.
it was an amazing
Gumshoe.
character, and they're not done. They'll be back, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean,
But-
if we were still running this by April or something,
Have you
I'm
seen where
coming
they
back.
are on the map? We have moved a
The
grand.
only reason
we
the
have
only reason
moved
we left
this
the
far.
fair this episode is because of Kevin.
I burned it down.
That's how we
This is the
left
second
friggin'
time.
Florence too. He had to blow it up.
It's the
True.
only way you guys
Very
move.
true. We would
The
still
natural-
be in Florence by now
Yes.
if you hadn't blown it up.
You'd have done a
The
the
whole
only
bunch
reason
of
we
jobs
didn't
for the
blow
other
up the
guy.
mansion was because the car got done.
The mansion's not done yet. But anyway, with that though, you guys are amazing. But I do have to do the rest because it is a night like every other night. So thank you to everybody in chat. One of the folks in chat, I don't want to take anything away from tonight, but one of the folks in chat, Karis, is going to be coming in as our new player in this game. Sooner than you thought, apparently. But yes, they will be here shortly to join us
Sorry, Karis.
in this game. Splat, yeah, says chat. We haven't even got their character done until tomorrow. But yes, so with that, thank you so much to chat, as always, for showing up. Thank you to everybody that watches the VOD. This is not everybody's cup of tea. This is, I know people on X Twitter that would have fits if they never even saw it, if they even heard what we were doing and calling a role play. They would have fits, conniptions, and there would be much gnashing and wailing of teeth.
Let
I
alone
got
the
that
guy
backwards.
that made the game.
Yeah.
It's like you're not using any of the rules.
How dare you call it necrobiotic game?
Right?
Actually, we're still using the mechanic.
Yeah,
For all
we
the-
can use the mechanic.
For all
That's
the 5 necrobiotic stands out there, we love you.
Yeah. Ow. And there's 5 people
Wow.
in this chat, like in this call right now, all of whom presumably kind of like the system. But I gotta say one big thank you for the people on YouTube. Wow, I said it earlier, 124 views, like well over 100 views on most of our episodes. It's mind-boggling.
Insane.
Hey, we don't know who you are, but we love you.
But we love you to bits and
Wild.
pieces, and we'd really, really like it if you left some comments and stuff. Not for the algorithm. I could give a fuck, let the algorithm starve to death, but just so we can get to know you.
Yeah.
And join us. Join us. Absolutely join us. Please come to the Discord. Good. I'll let you beat me
Maybe
to
I'll
it.
remind Kevin to add the Discord link into the descriptions of the video so you can actually join the video. The
We'll put it in
Discord.
the actual. Yeah, well, because there it is now. Thank you. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but
you
that's
can
not on
remind me.
screen.
We'll see. We'll see if
That's
I
true.
ever
Yeah,
get to
you
that.
keep saying like, "Oh, join
That's
us,
right.
join us."
Oh,
You
yeah.
never
There's,
have
there's
the
no
link.
link on the YouTube video because I'm a thickie. Look at that.
I was just gonna
Okay.
say maybe we should like put it in the overlay somewhere.
Yeah, it's in the Twitch overlay.
No,
Maybe.
no.
Oh,
No.
you're gonna have
No.
to update the overlay because Coach isn't there.
Damn,
You
look at.
have to-
Oh, I'm
the
gonna
road.
I'll update a
Look
whole
at all
bunch
the
of
work
stuff.
you have.
Yeah,
Oh,
Kevin
no.
has
Aaron, I'll
work
try
to
to
do.
remind you.
Oh, I hate this job. I love this part of it, but I hate the bureaucracy. But thank you to all of those people all over everywhere. This is so much fun to do, and as much as I just said I hate the bureaucracy, I love what this channel has done. It has brought people together that would never would have met each other, that have gotten together, and the 2 words that we keep saying to each other that makes me so happy is me too. Somebody says, I'm feeling like this, and somebody says, me too. The first person says, really? I'm not the only one? And from right there, that's where the magic starts. So join us. I will put the damn link in this time. Join us at our Discord. If you want to play in these games, we will get you in when we got a waiting list already, but we will do this. And if you want to watch and lurk, that's okay too. We love you to bits.
We love the lurkers.
We love everybody, unless you're doing nasty stuff, in which case I will hunt you down.
He will.
Oh, yeah. We're not gonna end on that note. We're gonna end on this note. Until next time, please be nice to each other. For Phil, even though he is a liar. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.